morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning to you. I am Star Delta 9. I am coming at you this morning on a TikTok live. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to come on in. I made myself some sweet tea, so I'm going to have a little sweet tea. And then we'll talk a little bit about some meditation and maybe do a collective reading. How's that? I hope you're well. Let me share. Can I share this? No, not that one. Pen notice. Yeah. Hi there, how you doing? I'm just checking out what I can do and can't do on this here. One second, guys. Sorry about that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I thought it's really quite beautiful this morning. I was meditating, and during meditation I got a bunch of light codes and downloads. And this morning I'm supposed to talk about meditation, and then I will come back and I will talk about the light codes that were downloaded to me and the messages that came through. I love when you guys come in and share your time with me. Know that I respect your time and I appreciate you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Deb. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I don't know where you're located at, but wherever you are, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sure by now you've heard all about the 3-Eye Atlas. And by now you've probably seen that it's recommended that in major headlines that because of the millennial old practice that we have, meditation is now proven to be really extremely beneficial. Not just to our mental, but our physical health too. So the ancients used it for regularly to achieve all kinds of things, a better sense of balance, better control in their lives, right? And to heal diseases. Where are you guys all located at? Because I'm in California and it is cold as the dickens here. Cold as the dickens here. So while it has been different forms, each of their own, right? Meditation, their nuances are different. But meditation is essential about creating and then maintaining an alert, calm state of consciousness where the mind is aware while the body just relaxes, right? The key here is regular practice. Remember I was telling you guys in the last live that the mind, the language of the mind is thinking and the language of the body is emotions. The brain runs and learns by repetition. So the more you meditate, the better it becomes. So ideally, maybe if you could do it at the same time each day, you don't have to meditate like I do. I meditate in the morning and I meditate at night, and I never put a time frame on it, and it's usually for a couple hours each time. Because generally I'm meditating on a situation or receiving downloads from Creator because I'm a medical intuitive. I read energies. I see energies. I can see the auras. I can read them. So I'm generally getting information that's needed. for the collective. So if you can begin meditation at the same time each day, so that it becomes like a routine or a habit for yourself. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. And once you get to that point, the mind becomes so very powerful. It becomes such a powerful tool that you are now able to use it effectively, and the body is better able to kickstart its natural ability to heal, right? There's so many benefits. Do you, any of you already meditate? Meditation can be a gamut of nuances, right? I know people who work in their cars, and underneath the hood, they're in their zone, right? And that's their meditation space. Some walk in nature barefoot. Some go to the water. Some use music, some use drumming, some use candle glaring or staring. So many modalities that you can use, right? But the mental benefits that you get from it are amazing. Since a large part of the meditation is controlling the mind, right? There's no surprise to me that many of the outcomes directly are going to affect our mental status, right? Our mental state in a positive way. First of all, it enhances your brain function. As a result, it increases mental strength and ability to focus. It allows for better memory, better cognitive skills, more creativity. It develops your intuition. It sharpens the mind. That does a, the mind is such, it's a computer, right? It's a computer, and it runs the entire body, and it is so much sharper than we think it is, right? And a sharper mind that does a better job of processing information, making decisions, and solving problems, and ignoring distractions. I mean, how many times have you been with someone who's in a stressful situation, and the stress prevents them from making a real productive decision that's going to benefit them and the outcome, right? Because they're so stressed out or highly anxious. Meditation helps center you. Recent research has really, from more than 160 different studies that I've been looking at, shows that meditation actually increases the gray matter in our brain in the areas related to memory and thought, right? Have you ever gone into a room and said, I don't even know why I got up. I don't even know why I'm coming in here, right? Well, it improves that cognitivity, right? While also changing the way the brain has such a positive impact on anxiety and stress and depression, right? If you can calm the mind, then the body just follows suit. It's quite beautiful. Do you meditate, Deb? Does anybody in the room meditate? Welcome in, everybody. Please share the live. Tap the screen. Please try to help me hit my goals if you can. If you're interested in joining the tribe and you're walking a walk of spiritual awakening, please join us, where we just have fun here and we give out information and we receive information and we just love on one another. It's quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. I talked a little bit with you guys about neuroplasticity. You listen to music. Hi, Sheila. Welcome in. Welcome in, MJ. Welcome in. Welcome in. Neuroplasticity in meditation actually alters the circuitry in the brain. It does this by changing the brain waves in the left prefrontal cortex, sending more gamma through the brain. And that's going to lead to more organization of information in which you're receiving. Yes? Let me pin that. What's really incredible about it is that researchers now believe these changes from meditation can be permanent, right? So even a small amount of regular meditation can have quite an impact on your life. And don't forget about the increased serotonin. She's showing me a picture. I'm sorry if I gaze off or look off. When that happens, it's because Creator Source is showing me something. So what's incredible is that the researchers now believe that these changes from meditations, like I was saying, can be permanent, right? So even small amounts of regular meditation can have quite the impact on your life. And you don't have to forget about the increase of serotonin production that's going to occur, right? That's what she's trying to show me. She's showing me an elemental table, like in chemistry, the elemental table that we worked with. She's kind of intertwining meditation downloads with what I'm talking about now, and that's going to take me into another place, and I'm going to talk about that one later. But this has to do with the 3-eye atlas. I'm getting downloads as we're talking. So, if you go outside and you stand in the sun in the morning, after you've woke up and you've stretched, that stretching motion notifies and releases the brain to release serotonin by looking in the sun, being out in the sunlight. And so your circadian rhythms can be on track, right? And so when it becomes dusk, you'll start going, and you're yawning and you're tired, and now you have melatonin kicking in. So we have hormones, and that's what she's trying to show me is the elemental table of hormones. That serotonin and melatonin productions, right? And so it's going to enhance production of hormones, is what she's showing me. In meditation, if meditation has all these positive effects, right, on our brain, isn't it only natural for those benefits to translate to a physical, healthier body? I think it is. And among its many benefits, meditation helps to manage heart rate. It helps to manage breathing. It helps to ease tensions, and these positive results last for more than 6 months, I'm going to say, after each training period, right? And so if the brain learns by repetition and you do it, let's say for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's going to be a cumulative effect, and it's going to produce based on every single time you do it and accumulate itself and make positive and more positive and more positive changes. In Harvard, actually the medical school in Harvard, they showed that meditating improves the mitochondrial energy production and the consumption, which effectively means we have more energy through our day, and it will boost our immune system and the resilience of stress that it allows us to have. Other studies that it actually even shows that it reduces blood pressure, helps to decrease the effects of anti-inflammatory disorders. How many of us are in constant pain or have anti-inflammatory issues, right? Also, as well as premenstrual syndrome, it helps with that, and menopausal symptoms. Something you probably didn't know, right? And the benefit is less than you can get these benefits from listening and doing this with yourself, right? Faster than listening to one news episode on television. That's how fast it will happen. Meditating for 30 minutes a day has been shown to reduce the risk of heart attack, Alzheimer's, Even UCLA did a study that said they point to how meditation can treat HIV patients and stop the decline of the CD4 T cells from declining in those patients. More and more research is being conducted on how meditation may have a positive effect on the length of how our telomeres are. We have telomeres in our body, and each year that we get older, our telomeres shorten and shorten and shorten. Well, meditation has shown to lengthen our telomeres, and if it's lengthening our telomeres, that means it's lengthening our longevity of life in this form. That's right. Even so many things have improved. Your social benefits even. When you combine these benefits with the fact that you're now regularly getting better perspective, a better awareness of who you really are and how you function best, right? And it'll come to no surprise to me or to you that you will start to see relationships in your life will improve. Why wouldn't they? You're improving yourself. So you are only a reflection of your inner health, and you will mirror that onto others. So why wouldn't that improve? It would. You will have a better physique, a better physical condition, a better mental state. You'll be able to maybe see yourself a little bit differently, and those around you will see you with a brand new light. Others will surely be able to see it, and they will be drawn to you, and they'll ask you, what are you doing? What's the new skincare you're using? What's the new exercise or diet you're on? And you say, I'm just meditating. I'm just spending 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and before I go to bed with myself, loving myself, and going over my day and asking my body how I am, right? Here's the thing about meditation. You don't need to be a brain expert in order to discover or to confirm these positive effects. All you have to do is go look on YouTube. Go look on Pinterest. Go look on Wakiki. More importantly, you don't need to go to yoga. You don't need to be a swami. You don't need to be a shaman. You don't need to be a monk. You don't need to be spiritually awakened or spend that as much time as I do in meditation, right? To achieve this. You can have tremendous impact on your life just by experiencing a small bout of meditation daily. It's quite lovely. I really love it. Hi, Vic. You meditate to music, Deb, you said. Hi, Catty, how you doing? Cat, I love that name. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you're coming from. If you could please tap the screen, share out the live, help me hit my goals. I'd really appreciate it. I'll probably be doing a reading, a collective reading for everybody. I do that because Spirit asks me to. Hi, Susie, how are you? I don't do yes or no questions. And I'm a medical intuitive, so I don't memorize energies. I don't do any of that stuff. Maybe I'll do the collective at 6 tonight. We'll do the collective at 6 tonight. Because I really want to talk about the downloads in meditation that I got. Let me go to I need to find my notes. Let me find my notes. I had to write it down because I was losing it. I didn't realize what I was seeing at first. Where did I begin that? Okay. So are you ready to hear this? This is going to blow your mind, because it blew my mind. Today, Monday, November 10th, right, in real time, 2025. During my morning meditation, something sacred was stirring within my field, and I could feel it. It was a rising of divine feminine energy, right? And I felt this presence, and this presence had light codes, so I could see lights, ooh, like flickering. And so I hear this, it's a transmission that's moving through creation, and creation's moving with it itself, right? And I received this clear instructions from Source to, you need to share this with humanity, because humanity's ready. I'm like, I don't even know what we're talking about yet, right? I'm trying to relax a little bit because it's very fucking moving. Before I really go any further, I was just asked just to remind everyone that silence is sacred right now, and the outer world is very loud, and there's noise everywhere. Social media, constant information, emotions, distractions, right? But that we have this activation, this upgrade, not only integrated through stillness, because if you're in the mind with mental chatter, or you're trapped in social media, or on social media, or in the news and buying into what they say this is happening to us, that noise, that constant information that constantly causes an emotion or distracts you, right? You will miss these light codes and this upgrade. So she's asked me to guide people to turn the outside world off, to listen to the inner voice, to do that through stillness, because the stillness becomes the womb through which all this light code is entering, is what she's showing me. It was like a womb, and she's birthing all these new light codes to the universe, to the collective, right? And so we are being asked to surrender, not to be sleepwalking, but to awaken through peace. And then I saw these, almost like I was dropped down into a void, like a how do I say that? Like a fucking like a tube that was sucking me down, right? And then when I got down there, I could see, I could look up and I could see stars swirling into a bright galactic core, and a glowing sphere aligned with our planetary orbits. And it was like a symbolic imagery of, it's ancient. It's a galactic being made of starlight. It's made of starlight. And so I'm at this point, I'm like, I'm in the journey of meditating, and then I see the three-eye atlas. I see it. It appears as, how do I say that, Spirit?
Which app do you want to listen to this on?
Nothing, Siri, thank you.
Okay.
It appeared as a galactic consciousness, ancient, radiant, billions of years old, and it was perfectly aligned with the ecliptic plane. And it was like on this eight point, if you look into a kaleidoscope and you turn it, how it changes. If you look into an 8-point thing, and it was changing, and through waiting for this exact, how do I say that? Celestial configuration, right? But it's 8 points. And Spirit said, this being, very softly, is conscious. It is part of the divine design. When I'm looking through the kaleidoscope, I don't even know what else to describe it as. The kaleidoscope, I could see the three atlas is a bridge. It's a bridge from the old world to the new world. It's between matter and light. Right now, I'm seeing between matter, light, human, and cosmic consciousness, right? And it's assisting humanity. I'm sorry, I'm shaking. In a DNA recalibration, a quickening, if you will, speeding up of evolution and a return to divine remembrance, right? And then I saw this. It's like a light bulb switch, right? Bing, bing, and then it was spring equinox, May of this year, maybe May or March, the spring equinox. I can't recall the date of the spring equinox. We're sitting here telling you this, but it was the spring equinox, and she's showing me that from the spring equinox to the summer solstice or the winter solstice, that we have been in a gestation period, a 9-month gestation period. That humanity is been growing in the cosmic, I'm shaking, cosmic womb.
Okay, I found this on the web for that humanity is growing in the castle.
No, thank you. No, thank you. It is a 9-month gestational period, is what I was shown. And humanity is going through this cosmic womb, and we are preparing to be birthed out of that womb into the new earth. I was shown a clear timeline, not as a prophecy, but as I'm going to have to call it a rhythm. December 12th. So you can write these down if you want to. The embodiment of the light codes into Christ consciousness is a union within, is coming in 12/12. From the 12/12, because that's just a few days before the winter solstice. So it's in perfect alignment with the planetary ecliptic plane, like I said. Through this 12/12, it's going to go 12/12 through 12 21 she showed me. And the numbers she's showing me are Roman numerals, right? They're not regular numeric English written numbers. They're in Roman numerals. So she showed me 12, 12, and I thought it was 22, right? At first. And then I'm like, God, I don't even remember Roman numerals. And I forgot the 1 before the 5 or before the 10 is like, you got to subtract. And so it was quite nutty. So I was shown that from 12/12 to 12/21 that the winter solstice gateway, the gateway is going to be the full anchoring in of these new light frequencies into the collective human field. I'm just trying to calm down a little bit. She gets me so excited. Around the full moon, I want to say December 14th through the 18th, because we have a full moon on the 14th of December. She showed me that there's this, the only way I can describe it was like a drain that was like a cosmic vacuum. It looked like a vacuum cleaner, like it was sucking everything out of its way, right? A divine cleansing force that was drawing old energies out of our collective outdated patterns and ancient karmic residue and just sucking it down the drain. And I was like, what the hell? Don't take me back down the drain again, right? This is the final clearing on the 14th before this rebirth takes place. So I'm supposed to say to you that you I'm very new at channeling these energies this way, so you have to forgive me. I'm learning. I don't know what I'm learning, but I'm learning how to stay and not get too excited, right? But my palms are sweating. The energy is just racing through me. I'm supposed to say you might be feeling this in your physical. You may be feeling fatigued. You may feel like you're not getting any sleep. You may have these emotional waves, because I was shown where one person was crying and the next person was laughing, and it didn't make any sense. It was like a projector that was playing, and it was just going from slide to slide to slide. And it was that we're supposed to stay in oneness, in love, in heart, Christ consciousness, because if you're feeling the physical fatigue and the emotional waves, or maybe you're getting the sudden clarity, allow it. I'm supposed to tell you to allow it. The body knows exactly what it's doing. The higher self knows exactly what it's doing and doesn't need your assistance. It doesn't need your intervention, and that's what I'm being told. The only intervention that it needs is she's showing me this. She's showing me it again. She's showing me the kaleidoscope, and it's an 8.88 grid of lights. It's 88 grids, 88 lights, 88 lights. Why are you keep saying that? Sacred geometry is what it is. It's 88 grids of light, sacred geometry. And that's why I can only explain it by the kaleidoscope, because it's sacred geometry and it is spanning across the energetic fields. And this grid is it's a template for the new human body, the new human light body, right? Well, then I was shown the three-eye atlas again, the image of the three-eye atlas, how it doesn't have a tail, and how it's galactic, and it's ancient, and it is... It's coming from the blue beings. I don't know why I'm saying blue beings, because I've never seen blue beings until this meditation. The three-eye atlas is going to open up eyes. And these eyes that are going to be opened up is the third eye, the heart chakra, and the womb chakra. And not so much the chakras, they're calling them, I'm being shown the eye. You know how you have the, on a dollar bill, how you see the eye, and that's what she showed me. When she showed me there's three eyes, so she's showing me the three eyes, and the third eye is the first one. And the reason that one is coming, because that's for you and I and the collective to see a higher vision and truth. The heart eye that she showed me was directly right through the heart chakra, showing me a beating heart, right? That is the love unity and compassion. And the womb eye was like this big womb, like a big hole, like a big womb. That is the sacred portal of creation itself, where divine ideas take form, and where anything that has ever came into this world has come from, and anything that will ever come from this world is going to come from that field. She showed me, because I'm a nurse and I know what a trinity looks like by the caduceus, but these three eyes are going to align as this trinity of creation, vision, love, and manifestation. And when they harmonize, right? She showed me like a swirling, right? Like a vortex swirling effect, that when they harmonize, we will awaken to the full memory of ourselves and our perfect design. Right? And it's not symbolic, it's energetic. You can tell it's energetic by the way I'm speaking, by the way I'm describing what I'm experiencing. I'm not in control. I'm only the vessel that she's using. So it's not symbolic. It's energetic. And that's why she's saying you need to try to stay centered in love. Turn off social media, turn off the news, go out in nature, go out near the water, right? It's energetic. And
I found this on the web for turn off social media, turn off the news, go out in nature. Check it out.
Siri, go away. She talks to me, she hears me before I even push the button on this thing, because of the higher consciousness, I think. So you have to try being aligned to create love, right? Not fear, to birth light, not pain. So this is why I'm saying it's not symbolic, right? It's energetic. And for us to align ourselves to create love, we have to be loving. To not be fearful, we have to not experience fear. To birth the light, we have to share and not spread pain, right? Well, soon after she shows me the three-eye atlas, I see like 6, I'm going to call them, all I can call them is beings. The television's calling them comets. These 6 comets, they're saying, Because I looked it up. Because I was like, why is there a 6? There's 6 beings, blue beings, angelic beings, that's almost like they are the angels of the 3-eye atlas, and they came out of nowhere, and they are blue light beings. They're ancient and they're conscious, and they're called the blue ones, and their mission is of peace and remembrance. Because I started to get nervous right at that point, like I almost like I could sense fear, right? And I hear source or spirit or God, whatever what are your higher guides, whatever you identify with, say they are not to be feared. They are guardians assisting this transition. I feel very dehydrated. These energies felt like ancient angels to me. So strong, so loving, so purposeful. Through water and sunlight, these codes, these light codes, are going to speed up our evolution and upgrade our DNA through that elemental table, that chemical, and water. And it's going to be carrying memory, light codes of creation, and somehow this template formed, right? And I was shown, remember the vacuum that was sucking the old template out of the old earth. And then this template show this, I don't know what else to call that. It's divine technology. That's at its best. That's what it is. It's humanity's original blueprint, and I could see it. And so the vacuum, the vortex that was sucking out the old, and then the new template came about, showing the age of Aquarius, that was being born. And together, they're going to do this through these dates that I talked about. Their energies felt so ancient, you guys. And together, they're going to deliver this new template in divine technology to awaken humanity. And to let you know who you are because you forgot. And she tells me the guidance for this time is really simple, but vital. And I'm not going to say this lightly because I'm struggling to do this myself. Even though I'm a light worker, even though I'm a medical intuitive, even though I do shamanic work, it doesn't make any matter. Even if I'm a Reiki master and I'm awakened, it doesn't matter. I'm still in a form of human, and I'm feeling it and going through the disentanglement in the mind just as you are. She's saying, stay calm, put your hand over your heart and one on your belly and just focus on breath and stay calm. Stay in the heart space. Stay in the now in Christ consciousness, because that's who you are. You are the light of Christ consciousness, not as a religious being, but a love that is embodied within your soul. Forgive. Forgive all those who have trespassed against you, or those that have trespassed against us as a whole. Forgive those trespasses. And forgive yourself, right? Forgive yourself. Forgiveness is going to open up the heart eye she showed me. And through forgiveness, we learn compassion, empathy, and love. And it's going to open it up so that the womb eye and you and every other sentinel being can be birthed into the new age of Aquarius as new age beings. Forgiveness opens up this heart eye, the portal of divine integration. She's showing me noise. Avoid the noise. Turn off. She has such a sense of humor. Turn off your television. Turn away from social media. Step away from fear-based scrolling. She's showing me scrolling. Be still. What is that? Oh, okay. Focus on breath. When you have a trouble focusing and you're having anxiety going through your body, if you just sit down or back up wherever you are and put your hand over your heart and you just do one thing, focus on your inner breath and your outer breath. After 3 breaths, that will calm down like magic. Listen. She's showing me something. The egoic mind is very loud. And if there's a lot of mental chatter going on up in the mind and you can't quiet it, the beginning of the video where I talked about meditation will help you to quiet the chatter in the mind. If you could maybe try to, what she's showing me is that if you have too much mental chatter going on in the mind, you're not going to be able to hear it because it's subtle. It's so subtle. I can't even tell you how subtle it is. I mean, you would miss it. Silence isn't the absence of your mind, she's saying. What is that? What is that? It's not the absence of sound, she's saying, not your mind. It is the presence of source. It is, you won't hear source. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay. If you have the volume turned up to, she keeps showing me a volume knob, like turning the volume up, right? If you have the volume too high in the mental mind, because as a humanity, as a collective, we were born into a habitual mind pattern, the egoic mind, and it was carved out for us by no fault of our own by the time we were 7. Limited behavior, belief systems, thought patterns, and behavior. And we were off running by the time we were 7, and we've been operating on them our entire life. So, unless you're awakened. That's what she's referring to. Avoid the noise. Stay away from the social media and the television if you can. Step away from fear-based scrolling, right? I heard someone say yesterday that they're aliens coming to invade us. No, they're not. Don't buy into the propaganda. Be still. And focus on breath. Listen within. right? Because the silence isn't about the absence of the noise that's going on around you. It's about the presence of source, that you can feel her. You can feel God. I say it's her because I am consciousness, I am God, I am source, and I'm a female. If you're a male and you're awakened, you'll call it a he. It's just the masculine and feminine energies. It's the presence of source. And if you do not slow down, breathe, calm the noise, right? You'll miss it. You'll miss it. And Spirit showed me that it was coming in through elementals, chemical elementals, and water. Why? Because water cleanses us, right? So drink it, bathe in it, swim in it, walk in it, barefoot. Let the earth recalibrate you for you, right? If you're not, I don't know how to say that, Spirit. If you're not spiritually awakened yet, you can earth yourself by going barefoot in the grass. But if you have to be in consciousness to be grounded, right? Because when you're slumbering, you're operating on the egoic mind, and you're not in control of your life. Your mind is. And so it won't be until you experience that, then you will be able to ground yourself. But you can certainly earth yourself, and that's very important, because the elements on the elemental table, if you ever took a science class, which we all did, right? All of those elements are in the earth. That's how the wildlife knows how to heal itself. The trees, the roses, the bushes, the animals, the four-legged, the two-legged, the winged ones, right? And so it will bring you back into homeostasis by grounding or earthing yourself if you're not awakened yet, or grounding you if you are. This is going to happen around the winter solstice. And as we move towards this winter solstice, remember that it's not the end. What's happening is this is a beginning, right? 12/12, the light begins to be embodied. On 12/14 through 12/18, the old is going to be sucked out. And the 21st is the birthing activation is taking place 2 days before the winter solstice. And we have been in a gestational period in the chrysalis, like the caterpillar turning into a butterfly. And we are in gestation. Humanity is in gestation for its next form right now. And we are becoming crystalline light bodies. And so the structure of our DNA is changing. You got to stop making me stutter. I'm telling you, it's hard to incorporate something that you've never done before. I don't have any fear at all. It's just so exciting. The structure of our DNA is changing. It's changing so that we'll be able to hold more light. We're becoming the vessels of Christ consciousness. And this is like, she's showing me a bridge. It's a bridge. It's a bridge. It's a bridge between heaven and earth, old and new. Old is dying and new is being born. So you just have to, this is the birth of the new earth, the age of Aquarius, the divine human, and to remember your soul, who you are, right? Because when we were brought into this world, the very first thing we learned was separation, and there is no separation, right? You, I, the dog, the bush, the tree, the skies, the star, everything are the same. So, Oh, my beloved ones, hear this so clearly, please. This is not a time to fear anything at all. The three-eye atlas is not here to harm us. It's a gift. It's a galactic blue being, Archangel Raphael. And he has 6 blue angels following him. It's a gift, a divine conscious intelligence that's assisting humanity's evolution. You are safe. You are loved. You are remembered. Remain calm. Remain grounded. Remain in your heart. Everything is unfolding in divine order, and you are part of this sacred transformation, and it's an amazing time to be on the planet. And Creator, from Source through love to you, because you are love. That's all that exists in consciousness is love. Everything is, yes, everything is made of divine order, and we are part of this sacred transformation. We are the children of consciousness, and we are not separate from it, but essential to it. And so it is my honor to serve as a messenger for this transmission from Creator, from Source, from God, from whatever it is you identify with, love, through love to you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let this settle. Let it settle in your heart. And as you walk forward, please try to remember you are the bridge between heaven and earth. You are the embodiment of Christ consciousness, and the time is now. May peace be upon you. May love guide you. May light in every cell find you and upgrade you to the new age of Aquarius light body. And the next time I see you, just stay radiant, stay present, stay in the light, and stay in the love. I love you guys so, so much, and I appreciate you allowing me to spend this time with you. Until next time, namaste. I appreciate you allowing me to spend this time with you. Until next time,